when you think of MSAs and some of the lenders on today's calls, one of the strategies in their arrangements that they have is desk rentals or putting somebody in an office. So when you think of that, does it have to be four walls and a door and a cubicle and an office to be a desk rental, or where's that line, and how is a lender that really is based on referral business from great realtors because they have that relationship, not able to navigate any longer now that they can't quite monetize it the same?
Well, desk rentals are still a good alternative. And, desk rentals were looked at when HUD was responsible for RESPA back in 1996, and they had a policy statement on it. Does it have to be four walls and a door? Not necessarily, but we recommend that you clearly have marked separate space and it not simply be a cubicle itself. I mean, ultimately, the consumer has to accurately be able to identify the company with which they're interacting. They need to know when they're stepping away from the realtor side and when they're talking to a mortgage lender itself. There's also a confidentiality issue that mortgage lenders will have on desk rentals, and there's Graham Leach Bliley and maintaining the confidentiality and the safety of the information that, in fact, is collected along those lines. So in terms of the desk rental, in terms of four walls and a door, what you really have to do is, first you have to look at FHA office space requirements if you're going to originate FHA loans along those particular lines. And then you also have to look at state and licensing requirements for the activity that's being performed. So FHA, for example, requires a branch office to, among other things, be separate from any other entity by walls or partitions. So you can set partitions up along those particular lines. The entrances in the reception area, in fact, can be shared, but you better have a separate sign up there that indicates that this is mortgage company space, and you better have some type of partition. Now, states have their own rules, and lenders oftentimes forget that this is not simply about RESPA, it's not simply about FHA, but independent mortgage bankers have to be concerned with their state restrictions as well. So, for example, the state of Nevada, they prohibit a mortgage banker or a broker from sharing space with a real estate agent unless the companies are affiliated. And then, even if they are affiliated, there are specific space separation requirements. Ohio, for example, allows you to have a desk rental or share office space, but the physical arrangement of the shared space can't confuse or mislead the borrower. So, I mean, four walls and a door is great because no one's going to be misled or confused by that, and you will ultimately have a sign on it. But any type of a partition along those lines where it's clear that, in fact, now they're in the lender's space and in the lender's office, that ought to be okay.